If you love to grow garlic, but maybe you've got a small garden or you want to maximize your space, today I'm going to show you a different way to grow garlic. So you can actually get two crops in one. So let's do this. I don't have a big garden, so for me to be able to maximize space is really important. So if you have a small garden or you're trying to maximize space, this is for you. So let me set the stage. Let me set the tone here. This whole bed that you see right here, I planted with garlic cloves in the fall, as in last September. And I made sure that I laid out the cloves in nice straight rows with the intention of planting something in between. In this case, I have harvested half the bed to show you that the whole bed is also planted with everlasting flowers in between the rows. So when I harvest the garlic, then the everlasting flowers that I'm growing for a friend of mine because she likes to do art with them, wreaths and stuff like that, the everlasting flowers after I harvest the garlic then have their way. So I wanted to show you the difference. Here's the garlic that I'm going to finish harvesting. I've also done the same method, it was last year, with carrots. After I planted the garlic and the garlic started growing in the spring and it was time to grow carrots, I simply laid out between the rows carrot seed tape. And then it grew up, the seedlings, the carrot seedlings grew up about this high before it was time for me to harvest the garlic. I was kind of concerned because I thought, when I pull the garlic up, the bulbs to harvest it, I thought it might disturb the carrot seedlings too much, but that wasn't the case. The carrots did great. So it was another way to grow garlic and get a second crop in at the same time. Okay, let's do a little harvesting. And this is my favorite tool, which is a blunt tined fork or pitchfork. I don't use the sharp tines. And I'm going to be extra careful because I also have the everlasting flowers between the garlic. So here we go. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use this fork. There's just too many plants, everlastings here, that I'm just going to make a mess. So I'm going to put this down. I'm just going to be extra gentle when I pull these out so I don't mess up the papers, the wraps that go around the individual cloves. Here we go. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is water all around here because the garlic has done two things. It has acted as a support for these everlasting flowers, but also they've kept the moisture in because they, plants kind of act like umbrellas. When it's raining and the water is hitting the tops of the leaves, it kind of diverts it away from the soil. So I'm going to water these guys, but I'm going to use a flood setting on this wand, which is, by the way, this is my favorite wand. It's by Orbit, and I love it. It's a turret, and it's really, really sturdy. So I'm just going to put it on the flood setting, which means it's just going to work around the base of the flowers. I'm not going to do overhead watering because they're a little tender. They've had support for months. I'm just going to give them a little watering around their base and send them good vibes. Whenever I water plants, I say, hey, this is love water. This is love water. Yeah. There's some beautiful everlastings here. There's some orange ones and pink ones. There we go. You guys feel a little better with that? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, some are kind of flopping over a little bit, but they'll strengthen up. You know, it's kind of like life. You might have to use, if you break your leg, you gotta use a cane or something, and after a while, you can handle it. You can be on your own. So these guys are gonna be on their own now for a while. It's a warm day in Kodiak, Alaska. It's 65 degrees. I tell my friends, yeah, it's 65. It feels like 80. See how that works? You can get a 2-for-1 crop in here. Yahoo! Okay, now we're gonna put the garlic away. I hope you found this helpful. If you have additional tips or ways that you grow garlic that would be beneficial to everybody else, please leave a comment below. I read all of them, and we'll all benefit by learning from each other. So meanwhile, keep your hands in the dirt and your eyes on the stars. Have a great day. Cheers.